everyone, welcome to my channel Rashmi Classes, and I'm Rashmi Mahalik. This video is going to be on the MCQs of Minimum Wages Act 1948. So before that, let me tell you what actually minimum wages mean. Minimum wages mean is that wages in which a person can afford the basic things like food, cloth and shelter. This minimum wages covered all the labor, including the skilled labor, unskilled labor, manual labor, clerical labor, and this act was specially enacted to safeguard the interest of the worker engaged in the unorganized sector. So let's start the MCQs, and before that please watch till the end to get the correct informations of all the questions. Now come to question number 1. Under the Minimum Wages Act 1948, the appropriate government shall fix the minimum rate of wages payable to the employee employed in an employment specified in. So let me tell you, in this Minimum Wages Act there is one schedule and it has part 1 and part 2, and the employments mentioned under section 27 that can be added by the appropriate government. So the correct option for this question number 1 is option C. Schedule 1, part 1 and part 2 under employment can be added under section 27. Now come to question number 2. The minimum wages as fixed under the Minimum Wages Act 1948 must be revised at least once. So the correct option for this question number 2 is option C. It should be at least revised within 5 years. It cannot exceed more than 5 years. So the correct option is C, 5 years. Now come to question number 3. What are the methods mentioned in section 5 of the Minimum Wages Act 1948 for fixation or revision of minimum wages? So there are actually two methods. One is committee method, other one is notification method. So the correct option for this is option D, both A and B, that is committee method and notification method. Now come to question number 4. If an employee works on any day on which he was employed for a period less than the requisite number of hours constituting a normal working day, he shall be entitled to receive wages. Yes, he shall be entitled to receive wages for a full normal working day. Okay, so in this case, the correct option is option A. Question number 5, and before that, please subscribe to my channel to get more educational videos like this. So we shall continue question number 5. Question number 5. An index number in relation to employees in any schedule employed in respect of which minimum rates of wages has been fixed under the Minimum Wages Act 1948 is known as. So for this, the index number which we are mentioning, it's actually the cost of living index number. So the correct option for this question number 5 is option A, cost of living index number, and on this basis only the minimum rate of wages are fixed. Now come to question number 6. The definition of employee under Minimum Wages Act includes. Yes, the definition of employee under Minimum Wages Act, it includes the out workers, it includes the skilled labor workers, unskilled labor workers. So the correct option for question number 6 is D, all of the above. Now come to question number 7. Minimum rate, whether a time or a piece rate, to apply in substitution for the minimum rate of wages on a time work basis. So in this case, whenever there will be a substitution on a time work basis, whether it's on a time rate basis or piece rate basis. So the correct option for this question number 7 is option D, a minimum guaranteed time rate. Okay, that's the correct option and the correct answer. Now come to question number 8. Under section 3, subsection 3, minimum rates of wages may be fixed by appropriate government on any one or more of the following wage periods. Yes, the wages can be made on the basis of hour, on the basis of day, and also by the month, on the basis of month. So the correct option for this question number 8 is option D, all of the above. Now come to question number 9. Under section what? The advisory board is appointed by appropriate government to coordinate the work of committees and subcommittees. So the correct section is section 7. Under section 7, the advisory board is constituted and is appointed by the appropriate government, especially to coordinate the work of committees and subcommittees. So the correct option is option C, section 7. Now come to question number 10. Whether minimum wages to be paid in cash or kind. So in the first instance, minimum wages shall be paid in cash. But if there is any custom and that is authorized by the appropriate government that minimum wages can be paid wholly or in part in kind, then it can be also okay. So both cases we can say the correct option is option C. Both A and B, both are correct. Now come to question number 11. The payment of minimum wages as provided in section 12 shall be paid without any deduction other than. So first of all, in minimum wages, the employer cannot deduct anything other than the statutory payments. Okay. So under section 12, the minimum wages, if there is any deduction or in any case if the employer pay less than the minimum wages what is mentioned, then it shall be called as an offense and it will be treated illegal. So in this case, the correct option is option A, statutory payments. Only statutory payments can be deducted, nothing can be deducted else than statutory payment from the minimum wages. Question number 12. Section 14 provides if a person has worked more than 48 hours in a week, then the excess hour worked will be treated as overtime and the rate of payment for overtime will be what? So the rate of overtime will be twice the rate of normal wage rate. So as per law, a person has to work for 48 hours in a week. Okay, but if he work excess than that 48 hours, then definitely it will be treated as an overtime. So in this case, the rate for payment of overtime will be twice the rate of normal wage rate. So the correct option is option A, twice the rate of normal wage rate. Now come to question number 13. If an employee is employed in two different types of jobs at different wage rate, then he shall be paid according to. So let me tell you, if any employee is employed in any establishment in two different types of job, then he shall be treated or he shall be paid according to the different wage rates. Okay. So in this case, and that too on the time occupied in each class of work. So the correct option for this question number 13 is option C, on time occupied in each class of work and not less than the minimum rate in force in respect of each such class. Now come to question number 14. If any employee not work due to his unwillingness, is he entitled to receive full salary provided in section 15? So section 15 says the salary will be paid to the employee if he has come to the establishment but he could not complete his work due to the neglect or default of an employer. In that case, he shall be paid full salary. But if he came but due to his unwillingness, he is not worked the whole day or whatever, he has not worked for the half day, in that case he shall not be entitled to receive the full salary. So in this case, the correct option is option A, no, he shall not be entitled to receive the full salary. Question number 15. The inspector appointed by appropriate government shall be deemed to be a. So the inspector, whoever is appointed by the appropriate government for this act, shall be deemed to be a public servant. So the correct option is option A, public servant, for question number 15. Now come to question number 16. The inspector appointed by appropriate government under section 19 has power to. So the whoever the inspector appointed by the appropriate government, he has power to enter the premises. He can examine the register, ask for information from workers, seize and take copies of register. So the correct option for this question number 16 is option D, all of the above. All are the powers of the inspector. Now come to question number 17. The employer has to maintain register of employees under section. So this section comes under 18. So the employer has to maintain register of employees under section 18. Okay. The correct option is A. Now come to question number 18. If payment is made less than minimum wages, the punishment may extend up to. So there is, as per the law, if any employer pay less than the minimum wages, it shall be treated as an offense. And for that offense, the punishment will be 6 months or fine may extend up to 500 or both. So the correct option for this question number 18 is option A. Now come to question number 19. Payment of less than minimum wages to employee is an offense under what section? So the correct option is option B, section 22. Yes, it shall be treated as an offense under section 22. And with this, our video has come to an end. Thanks for watching and please do support my channel.